Sam from Murray Edwards College Library. I'm going to be doing some soap carving. You can do any shape you like. Best to stick to simple shapes if it's your first attempt. So these are a couple that I've just printed off the internet. There's a nice butterfly, or you can do more of a sort of modernist sculpture, which we have a few in the garden. And obviously Barbara Hepworth is a great example of those. These are some that we've done in the past. So there's a butterfly there with some markings in there. This was a Barbara Hepworth sculpture with the nice curves and shapes. That's an elephant. So today I am going to be doing soap carving using the Barbara Hepworth sculpture Ascending Form that's in our garden. So this one here. So what you will need is some soap. I just buy the cheapest soap at the supermarket, pack of 5, it's a few pence, and anything that you can cut the soap with, carefully of course, so be careful not to cut yourself. So I've got a potato peeler, vegetable peelers are great, some scissors, a spoon to rub off the sharp edges, a knife, a sharp knife, and another smaller spoon. I also have some tissue paper, and I just keep a bowl of water and a sponge close by, because at the end I might be wanting to rub down some of the sharper edges here or make this a bit smoother. So what we start with, you also need a piece of paper. So take your soap bar and take your piece of paper and just very generally make a template. So draw around the soap on the paper to give yourself an idea of the size of the soap. And then take that, and I'm going to, if you have your inspiration piece and it's already the size of the soap, great. If not, just do a quick sketch of the shape that you'll want to do. Doesn't really matter how the sketch comes out, because inevitably the soap will come out its own way. It's only just a very quick sketch to give you an idea. There, I'm going to do that with a hole in there. So very quick sketch. And now take your soap again, put your template back on with a sharp object or something that will leave a dent on the soap. Mark the shape that you will want. So there, I have a very rough shape marked into my soap. If it's not right, which this one I'm going to redo it because it's moved it too much there, you can actually just go over it and adjust the shape here before you start. It's also a very messy process, so it's very useful if you have a tray or you have an area that's protected. So I'm going to move the soap onto the tray to try and catch nearly all of the carvings. So here I am just correcting my drawing directly on the soap. Actually, so here we are. It's a lovely thing to carve into. You can correct mistakes really easily, and bear in mind throughout it all that this is just a bit of fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to make a perfect object. And you can always start again, because if you've bought a big pack of cheap soaps, you can do this all over again. So here I've carved in a general shape. That's the shape that I'll be using. I'm going to start with the fragile part in the middle, which I think is this hole, while the soap is full and I haven't carved into the edges. I think it's probably quite strong still. So it's a very, very nice material to work with. It's really soft. It's like cutting into butter. And now I think I'm through to the bottom. Just going to increase the size. So I think that will be a good size. I'm now going to start carving away these edges. I'll probably use a sharp knife just to get rid of the majority of soap I don't want. So now that's a lot of the soap gone. And now I'm going to use a vegetable peeler just to take off more. So with the vegetable peeler you can be a little bit more precise, and it leaves a lovely smooth surface, whereas the soap chips away a little bit more. So if you're nervous to go into taking too much off, just start straight off with the vegetable peeler. I'm only using the original Barbara Hepworth sculpture as my inspiration, so if it doesn't end up exactly or even closely like the original sculpture, I'm really not worried at all. I'm just making a nice shape and enjoying doing this. So now I'm just going around the edges. I'm going to keep this as my general shape. I quite like the roundness of the form. It's turned out much less angular than the Barbara Hepworth sculpture, but I think that's quite nice for a soap, because when I'm washing my hands, it's nice to have a round form, and it will, as it's being used, slowly get rounder. I've taken the end part here just to smooth out these circular edges here, scrape off any angles there. I am now going to just smooth it off a bit with the water, just to make it look a bit shiny and finished. I can take a tissue, which will just help rub down the edges. Just really enjoying the process. It's, after all, it's a bar of soap. It's all going to change. The shape will change eventually, so when I start to use it. Or if you're very pleased with the result, you can obviously keep it for later. Many sculptors actually use soap at the beginning before using much more difficult to work with material or expensive material, just to figure out the shape that they want, or as the end product even. So you can use the back of a spoon to smooth out. You can use a pencil if you want much finer detail. And you can use your fingers, of course. So I'm going to leave it there. It's looking a little bit like a ghost, which wasn't exactly my intention at the beginning, but that's fine. There's the end result of my Barbara Hepworth inspired soap carving. So hopefully you can give that a go. Make sure you've got a protected area, take care of the sharp objects, and send us a photo of your results, and we look forward to seeing them. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.